What's up, YouTube Gen X? Listen, you as a man, especially if you're a younger man, this is very important. You can state your intentions with a woman, okay, and not have to worry about being classified as a player or somebody who's trying to run game. If that's what she's going to automatically run to, you don't want to be with her anyways. But far too often do I see men take the whole friendship route because they feel like if they're more direct, they're going to be seen as a player or somebody who's trying to run game. If those are not your intentions, then you're okay, right? It's as simple as that. If you don't plan on being, if you don't plan on dicking her over or screwing her over, you're perfect. You're okay. You can state how you feel, right? This whole idea of let me try to be her friend is still a game, right? There's dudes who game chicks up by trying to be the friend, right? It's like that wolf in sheep's clothing, right? So it's still a game. You're still trying to run game because you like the chick. You're just trying to take the whole friendship route. So you're not being honest, and that's a form of game. If you think about it, you're not truly trying to be her friend, right? You're trying to be more. So if you're clear with how you feel, you're good because your intentions are where they need to be, right? Obviously, the sort of chick that you are going to want is going to have that defense mechanism, right? So she's going to assume that you're probably going to be a player or a dog, but it doesn't matter if you're direct or if you're trying to be the friend, right? Shady dudes are very, what's the word I'm looking for, handy in their approach. Sometimes they may try to be direct. Sometimes they may, try to act like they don't care. Sometimes they may try to be the friend. So either way, there's no substitute for how you come at a chick. There's no fail-safe way, right? If the chick is smart enough, she'll know to look at your actions and what you're trying to do, right? Just because I'm telling the chick, yo, I think this is where things can go and this is what I'm looking for, does not mean that I'm going to try to sleep with her within the first week. Or I'm going to try to, push up on her and, get her drunk or whatever. It doesn't mean all that. Because I can come through and say that, oh, I'm trying to be the friend, but I'm pushing up on her, right? I'm trying to figure out what's good. So your intentions are your intentions. But like I said before, this whole idea of let me try to be the friend is flawed. At the end of the day, I'm not saying that it just can never work, but you're indirectly basing it off of the whole idea that you're going to be the only man of quality who's around, right? So the second there's a dude who's on your level or even close to your level who's interested in her, but he's like, I'm going to be a little bit more assertive, right? And let it be known that here's where I'm at. We can be cool. I'm not looking for friends, but at the same time, honey, I'm not trying to push up on you. I'm trying to get to know you, but this is what I want. All right, out of our sort of relationship, he's going to automatically have the upper hand. Because he's already said, I'm checking for you, but he's already said, here's my intentions. Whereas with you, it's more so, okay, you may have good intentions, but you haven't told her that you're trying to pursue her in that way. You said, I want to be your friend. And once again, you're putting the ball in her court, which is not being proactive, because you're hoping that she's secretly reading behind the lines. So you're hoping that if you call her when she has a bad day, she's going to award you points in the boyfriend category and not just the friend category, right? I've seen it happen. So it's not going to work. It's really not going to work. Game comes in all different forms, right? So this whole idea that if you take the friend approach, you're going to be put in the safe category is flat out bullshit, right? I know dudes who are good at what they do, and they'll take the whole friendship role, and they'll be the best friend that, she ever wanted, only to then turn around and have piss poor intentions, right? So it's not safe. Like I said before, bullshit black men, I can't lie to you, they've pretty much taken any shape and form possible, right? So what you have in your corner as a stand-up black man are your intentions. This is as simple as that, right? There's nothing that I can tell a woman that a player or a dog hasn't already told her, right? Yes, I'll meet a chick and we'll have the initial conversation, and she'll think that I'm a liar. She'll think that I have multiple women on the side, right? Because quite frankly, she's probably talked to a dude who sounded just like me, who did have multiple women on the side, and who was a dog, who was a player, right? Or I can come through and say that, oh, I just want to be your friend, right? But she still may say, bullshit, nigga. I've had dudes that, quote unquote, just wanted to be my friend, only for them to try to push up on me, only for them to try to want to get some out of me. But they said, hey, I just want to be your friend, right? So literally, there's no approach that I can come at a woman that I know, oh, other black men haven't did this. No, right? Been there, done that. So at the end of the day, it's your intentions. All I can say is like, listen, I know that you can only take what I'm telling you at face value, but over time, you'll figure out what's good. I've told you, yes, I'm trying to get at you and I see you in that way, but I've told you I'm not trying to push up on you, trying to take it slow, we're grown, we're mature, and you will see that over time, and this is where you separate yourself. See, a lot of men think that you're going to separate yourself initially. No, you separate yourself over time, right? And you do so by saying what you want and backing it up, right? As opposed to saying what the women want to hear, but then not backing it up. And that's the difference, right? Most men will say what the women want to hear, but then over time they reveal their intentions, right? And they end up losing in the end, or the woman ends up getting played. If you come at it with that whole idea of, I know initially that you're going to be skeptical regardless of how I pursue you, so I know that my intentions are going to have to sell me, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And for me, you're being more proactive. Literally. I mean, it frees you up. Just imagine if you're telling a chick, hey, this is what I'm going for, this is what I'm looking for right now in life, not trying to move too fast, I'm trying to take it slow. You're pretty much being proactive, and you're grabbing the situation by the horns. And you're putting yourself in a position where not only can you talk to her, but you can figure out what's going on with other women. Because you know your intentions. You know, you're not trying to knock anybody up. You know, you're not trying to be the player. You're just trying to test the waters and see what's good. But it works because you're clear. So it's not a big issue for me to talk to a chick, and, we may be figuring out where things are going, but I can tell her, hey, oh, I'm not free, I'm going out tonight, and she's not, oh, you're trying to play me, you're trying to dick me over. No, she knew what it is. And at the end of the day, she knows my intentions with her, right? I've been open, I've been honest, right? So no one's getting hurt, but at the same time, I haven't cut myself off, all because I was open. All because I was honest with what I was going for and what I was looking for. So to me, it's a fail-safe, and it's really not going to hurt you. If a chick is going to write you off initially, if a chick is going to be won off of how you approach her initially, you don't want that chick. Because those are the chicks that will fall for the wolves in sheep's clothing. Right? You want the chick that's going to be skeptical at first. You want the chick that's going to, not necessarily believe you, but at the same time not be dumb about it. I'm going to let him sell himself, as opposed to let me take you for for face value. Let me buy the car without even, test driving it. So it is what it is, man. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. Obviously, there's more than one way to skin a cat, but and that's the thing that my parents said to me as a kid, so I don't know if you guys heard it. But, pretty much there's more than one way to get a job done. Obviously, I'm just putting out there a way that's worked for me and that's worked for other men, as opposed to the whole friendship thing that, in my own personal experience, in terms of men I know personally, right, that I can say are my boys, my brothers, I haven't seen it work. I just really haven't, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're competing with a chick who knows who she needs to be going after, right? So that sort of chick who is smart about who she's going to let approach her and who she's going to give the time of day to, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because all it's going to take is that other dude that's going to say, fuck all that, I'm going to be a little bit more assertive with my shit. Hey, this is what I'm going for. Honey, I'm not trying to play you. At the same time, here's what I'm looking for. Hopefully we can grow and develop into something. It is what it is. Versus, oh, I want to be her friend and the nice guy, and I'm going to be there for her. And hopefully she's reading behind the lines. Because you're not being upfront either. Going back to what I told you about telling my little sister, stay away from those men. You don't want to be her friend. Don't lie. Don't sit here and lie and she's, this highly attractive woman. You don't want to be her friend. You're thinking about her in that way, right? If she knocked on your door and said, hey, take me right now, are you going to push her away? Oh, no, you're my friend. No. So don't lie, right? I understand that you have good intentions, but you're still lying. You're not being upfront with how you feel. It's still a lie. Whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, you're still lying because you're not clear with how you feel, right? So it is what it is. I definitely have to do this video because I think this is definitely important for a lot of younger black men to understand what's going on, okay? You being upfront, you being direct, hey, this is what I want, this is what I'm going for, does not mean that, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Taking it slow is still taking it slow. All you're doing is saying what you ideally would like out of this relationship, right? And for me, I'm very direct in terms of grabbing that whole initial relationship by the horns. I'm the one that will say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I'm going for, but relax, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to move too quick. Don't worry. No one's going to try to, take you down on the first night. That's me. So I break that ice, that whole, well, what does he want? What is he going to do? That's just me, right? And like I said, it did wonders for me as opposed to my friends who felt that my approach was wrong and it hasn't worked for them, right? These are men who are 26, 27. So like I said, you stating how you feel does not mean you're a dog. You're going to prove yourself based off of your intentions and how you act towards her. Your initial approach doesn't mean much because there's a lot of bullshit men that have tried everything in the book. So there's no safe way you can take that's going to automatically, initially from the word go, put you into that good standing category. No, right? Your actions will do all that, but you can be clear in terms of what you want, right? Y'all take it easy. God bless.